What's good, YouTube? Back at it again with another video, another channel video, S2000 build series. Again, today, there's been a thing with this car. I don't have matching coilovers. These are max speeding rods in the front, and I got some Fortunato 500s in the rear. Yeah, you can see them right there. And I'm just not liking the feeling. So today I picked up some Pepexi N1s. Pretty good. And I'm gonna throw this on the car. So that's gonna be the install for today. First thing to do is to remove this bolt right here. And then we'll actually free up the cable line, brake line, then loosen that bolt. And then we'll get the top two up there. An important thing to not overlook now that we've got both these on. Even if you take those two top bolts off, these ones right here, it won't come off because of this upper control arm. So I would say just disconnect these two. It's just two extra bolts. This will come down and this will easily slide out, and it's not difficult to put back on. All right, now that that's disconnected and I disconnected the two top bolts, to pull this out, and this will just shimmy out pretty easily. You just got to play around with it a little bit. All right, so I just measured it to see if they were the exact same height as this one. It looks like they are now. I'm gonna throw it on. All right, so I just installed it, and you can already see it fits much better than that one over there. Look at how cheap that looks. That doesn't even go on. And this just like fills in the space. Everything looks good. So I'm gonna drop it and see what the height's like. I mean, it definitely looks high, and I could go lower. I'm gonna let them settle a little bit while I do the other side, and then we'll see how much lower I wanna go, because that is a lot of gap. All right, so that's gonna call it for today. I lowered and dialed the fronts. I used to have like a lower problem, and I was supposed to raise it, but it just looks so good, so I lowered it some more. If you see here, it looks like it's more on camera, but like my finger won't fit unless I do that. So this is like less than a finger gap. I don't know why this side looks higher, because I mean, it's still like pretty small, but maybe it's the ground that I'm on, but the coilover distance is the exact same on both sides. So, I mean, you can see it's pretty low now, and I'll have to match the rear with that. So yeah, if I'm rubbing a ton, I'll probably raise it, but since the car's not moving, I'm gonna leave it sitting like this. And then I'm probably just gonna cut to doing the rears, but the fronts are in for sure. All right, now we're doing the rears. Jacked up, hella dirty, but whatever. I already took the wheel off. This is what you're gonna see. It's connected by one bolt that I just took off right here, and there's gonna be two more in the trunk. You have to take off your panels, but there's gonna be the two bolts right there. And the other ones are a little harder to get to. They're under this, the fuel thing, but they're right there. It's already taken off right here. I'm gonna just try and push down on it and wiggle it out. If that doesn't work, I'll let you know what does. Yeah, so it looks like to take this off, you have to loosen the front bolts. I mean the top bolts. So these should be 12 or 14, probably 14. Just stick a wrench in there, it's pretty easy. All right, so these are gonna come off, and then you just have to wiggle the bottom. Should be pretty loose. Yeah, so just push the whole suspension down, and this bottom should come right off. The easiest way to take it out is to really loosen these bolts until they're at the very end, but they're still holding. And then you can put this around like that without it coming off. I know there is like a major downgrade going on, but I would rather have the exact same of one coilover than one okay and one super good. But yeah, this is the difference. I mean, you can tell like the build quality difference. This is all like one really sturdy piece, and this one isn't super sturdy. It's not bad, but it's different. The tops right here. This one feels a lot more like just high quality, and this one's like, oh, that's okay. You know what I mean? All right, this one's on. To like get it on by yourself while pushing this down, you have to like almost slam the coil. Like that gap right there between the two collars is like less than 2 inches. because you gotta hold it down while you push that back, while you push the thing in. I use like a little hammer while I was using my 6 different limbs, but it worked. To get these ones out, you need like a long extension so that you can get the socket in, and you can still connect your wrench too. So that's what I've got there. I'm gonna connect the wrench and take those off right now. All right, now that that's on, top and bottom, I'm gonna adjust them to be about, we'll start with an inch taller than the Fortunes used to be, just because they were rubbing really bad in the rear and it was lower in the rear. So we'll do that, and then I'll show you the results of that. All right, so the whole thing's done. I had to completely max out the rears. The gap isn't very big. It's not as low as the Fortunes were, but it's like a finger gap. I already adjusted the dampening to the middle because why not? And they look really good. I'm excited to see how they ride. Obviously I can't do that yet because I'm still missing a windshield, but this is how she sits now. It's not super low, but it works. That's gonna conclude the video for today, guys. This was my install on the Pexi N1 EXV EVX coilovers. I should give a review soon, but this is another part of the build series. Subscribe, like, comment, keep up with it. Peace out.